Alright, so I really didn't think Facebook was going to step things up in the way that they have. I was wrong. Oh boy, was I wrong. Not only has Facebook completely banned me from posting, they've done it to every member of my team with the exception of two, and that's only because they rarely ever get on Facebook. So, this is Facebook. This is our War on Corruption page. Now, what I'm going to show are the stats from the last 28 days, which are literally right below here. They used to be in the green all the time. That's changed in the last 28 days. What's happened in the last 28 days? Well, if you watch the other videos, you'll see. But to kind of give you guys a quick rundown, initially I was blocked from commenting and replying to any page belonging to political figures. Okay, whatever. Facebook expanded it. I could no longer comment or reply to any group. Then they expanded it again. Could no longer comment or reply to any group or page, regardless of who owned it. Okay, so at this point, I had become very much aware of what's happening. We saw it back, I believe in 2018, when Facebook went after the freelance journalists right before they started wiping out their platforms. Now keep in mind, Facebook is not a private company. They're not. They quit being a private company when they put themselves on the stock market, putting themselves into the public domain. So, recently, now, they had made it where I can no longer post, comment, reply, like, etc., 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 even on my personal profile. This happened about 30 to 40 minutes ago. That's new. Nothing has changed from the last time I went up to the support inbox and showed everybody that I had no policy violation since 2019. Nothing has changed there. No notification as to why. What I'm going to do is show you guys firsthand the message that I'm now receiving from Facebook. And what's sad, before I type all this out, every member of my team is getting the same message, with the exception of the two that rarely ever come on Facebook. So any posts that are now being put onto the War on Corruption page are being done by one of these two members, who I've already cautioned to be very careful as to how much they post, because of the fact that Facebook's banned everybody else on the team from being able to do anything. So, we're just going to put this because it's not going to post anyway. I'd be surprised if it does. This is new within the last, like I said, 20 to 40 minutes. This is the new message that I'm now getting. No explanation as to why. So, in the last 20 to 40 minutes, something has changed. So I started thinking, what have I been posting all day? Oh, condolences, because my 24-year-old autistic friend passed away this morning. Did that somehow violate their terms of service? I even made a tweet about it. He was a sweet guy. He was much further on the spectrum than I am. So, surely that doesn't violate their policy. But apparently so, because you have been temporarily blocked from performing this action. Every member of my team, with the exception of two, are getting this same message. The one thing that we've all been, that we've noticed, is that Facebook is not giving us a notification as to why. However, the platform has suffered. We can see it right here. In the last 28 days, our articles are no longer being posted to the Facebook page. That was one of the first things Facebook did. Even though it is set up in our website to automatically post, they will not post on Facebook. They'll post to Twitter, no problem. But Facebook has blocked it so that we can't post there. This is a private company that's doing this. So I have appealed along with the rest of the team members. We've all appealed this, trying to put an end to whatever the hell Facebook is doing. As you guys can see, I can't even go back more than 28 days, so I can't even show you the old stats. But you can see they're pretty low, and they've never been this low. They've never, ever. I think the last time they were this low was when I first started the platform back in 2012, 2013. Now, let's go and view the page as a visitor, because maybe it will tell me how many people like the page, which is what I'm looking for. So, as you can tell, I got 1,456 people that like the page, 1,497 that follow it. And yet my posts are only getting about 357 views. Facebook has been shadow banning a lot of platforms. This is something that's been going around quite a bit. The numbers speak for themselves. Normally I'm one of those, hey, hardcore evidence or don't mention it. But come on, these numbers speak for themselves. 43 engagements. Because people aren't seeing it. And this is what Facebook is doing to not just my platform, but to several other platforms. And the worst part about it is, unless we get a class action lawsuit going, there's not a damn thing we can do about it. So to try to save the platform, we have taken some other precautions. One of them being getting our platform off of this site as quickly as possible. We have moved over to Minds. Don't know too much about it. Don't have anywhere near the numbers on Minds that we have on Facebook, unfortunately. Recently, I switched over to Parler as well, trying to get more outreach, and MeWe. So, if you want to catch us on any of these sites, these are probably your best bet for being able to contact us. Don't try to contact us on Facebook. We're not able to respond. It's unfortunate. It's absolute horse crap. But unfortunately, this is where Facebook has put my platform. So, I'm documenting a lot of this for legal reasons. I'm currently checking to see if I have MeWe on here, because underneath me, right below here, I've got all the links. And it does look like I've got the MeWe account. So just look us up on these other alternative sites. I don't have Parler. So let me go ahead and I'm going to add Parler to this. But let me go ahead and give you guys the Parler link. It's basically parler.com/WOCF4T. Same as it's always been. So we always try to keep it consistent, or you can go to Parler and just type this in. You'll find me. You'll find the platform with no problem. So this is like I said, this is something that has gotten completely out of hand with Facebook. It is absolutely ridiculous to think that Facebook not only does this stuff, but they are quite literally getting away with it. So there we go. Now, you guys should have the Parler link there. I'm just kind of moving this over. Sorry about that. There we go. So now you guys got the Parler link underneath too. This leaves the question of what's going to happen with Facebook. Assuming I'm able to ever make another post. Currently, we don't have a timeline. I have no idea when we're going to be unbanned. Nobody on my team has any clue as to when this ban is going to end. There's no information telling us. But assuming that I'm able to post again at some point in the future, I'm going to be hardcore pushing these links and trying to get people on to our platform on these other alternative social media sites. So, and as far as the legal stuff goes, I've talked to a few attorneys already. Trying to get other platforms that have been targeted. We're not even looking at just platforms anymore. If you as an individual have been targeted like this, hit us up. Let us know. This is information I'd like to pass on to whichever attorneys we talk to. Like I said, they're not a private company. A lot of this stuff that they're doing is already undergoing scrutiny. So this is the latest update. A little bit of me getting really pissed off and ranting because they chose the day to do this, the same day that a close friend of mine passed away. So obviously I'm not in the best of moods. Alright, until next time.